At what point in the journey to integrating comedy into advertising do most marketers fall flat? Because I really think that our batting average as an industry is not fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great question, Mike. When you brief humor into your work, and you work with funny creative partners like Danny, you're going to see funny work back, which is awesome. But I think there are two potential areas where you could misstep. I think the first is prioritizing the jokes or the humor over strategy and messaging. I think humor is
Mm,
such a valuable tool to get results, but it's not the ultimate goal. A funny ad that doesn't deliver ultimately on your objectives is ultimately ineffective, and you can't really have humor at the expense of that clarity of messaging or branding. And then I would say the second misstep that I see is just not being true to the brand. If the humor feels
hmm
disconnected from brand values or the voice or the audience, it can feel a bit forced and less authentic. And potentially can lead to create, confusion and create confusion around the brand. So I'd say those are the two missteps I see. But Danny would love your perspective.
Yeah, I mean, I agree wholeheartedly with that first one. I think a lot of times it's serving the comedy rather than the brands, and you may walk away laughing, but you're not remembering anything from the brand, which kind of defeats the purpose a whole lot.
hmm
I think another thing, and I'll give kudos to Jenna and her team. It does take a bit of bravery. When you try to create something beautiful and miss the mark or fail, I think people still give you credit for the attempt. When you try to
hmm
make somebody laugh and you're trying to be funny and you fail, and I know this from experience, people get angry. You
Yeah,
will get some
seriously.
pretty distinct feedback. So in the attempt to be a comedy brand, you're going to get a lot of harsh feedback, and you got to kind of stick to it. And naturally, comedy is a little polarizing. It's just about trying to get as many people on the I think it's funny side as possible.